Hola, mis amores. Welcome back to Messages from Lahierophant. To my day ones that have been with me from the beginning, you know I love you guys with all of my heart. And if you are new or unfamiliar to my channel, welcome and thank you so much for joining me today. I want to thank everyone for their understanding and patience throughout the month of March as I lacked on my content creation. I had to travel back from Puerto Rico to Georgia, and with Venus and Mercury being in retrograde, it was kind of kicking my ass, and I just needed to relax and reflect for a bit. So, if you are new, my disclaimer is I am a very blunt reader. I do not sugarcoat anything, and I have an unapologetic potty mouth. I am prone to bursting out in a song from time to time to get these messages across as well. Also, I am not a fortune teller. What I will do is give you a sneak peek into the energies of your life and advise on how to approach them, as well as receive and learn your life's lessons according to your soul contract. Please keep in mind that many times in life there is no right or wrong decision. Your goal is to simply enjoy the experience, journey, and lessons life is giving to you at the moment. Now, I have already cleansed the energy of my cards and my space before starting. So I'm just going to run my jippers and you take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But before I jump right in and get it cracking, do me a favor, take a deep breath, blow it all out, and open yourself and your mind up to the messages Spirit wants you to receive today. All right, Taurus. We're going to jump right on in. Interesting. Interesting. Alrighty. We don't have a lot of cards, but you do have a lot of major things going on in your life. The month of April, Taurus. There's travel here as well. What I will say, I don't know how many of you guys actually go back maybe mid-month to the readings from the first of the month, but I myself rewatched my own reading for Taurus the month of March. And shout out to the Queen Poe because she was that Queen of Swords energy that I had in my reading. I don't know if you guys follow her, but she's an amazing sister and she always has great videos on the astrological happenings of what's going on. And not just that, she will give these great journal prompts. She gives crystals and herbs suggestions for everything that's going on. So I highly recommend her. But I was going back on her eclipse energy when she was telling people to just basically shut the fuck up. And I realized that I also kind of, in a sense, told myself to, be kind with my words. And that shit flew straight over my head because I've definitely been running my jippers. I've definitely been going in with this Mercury retrograde energy, possibly hurting people's feelings and things of that sort, unintentionally, just kind of being blunt like I am. And so I just encourage you guys, one, to follow the Queen Poe, but then also I also encourage you guys to maybe double back on your first of the month readings or maybe take notes. Maybe mid-month so that anything that you may have forgotten, is refreshed in your mind. So with that being said, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. You have the Hierophant, it's your own energy, our own energy, and the Chariot card, telling me there's something traditional about what you're going to be doing this month. There's definitely some way in which you either are going against tradition or embracing tradition in some type of way. You are going to be learning something from someone. There is, again, and this could even be a power couple that you're learning from, a couple that is where someone is a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and someone that is a female who is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. These people are going to be counseling you or advising you in some type of way. So there's that energy here. There's also an energy of the month of May as well as the month of July. Okay. For some of you all, you could be in a space where you're needing to nurture your thoughts and your emotions, right? We're needing to nurture how we verbalize some things. Again, me being a very blunt individual, and maybe putting a little bit of empathy onto what it is that we're saying. Okay. Um, some of you guys, Taurus, this month are really going to have a sudden change in the direction that you're going. All right. The Chariot card is an indication of a need for you to be disciplined in overcoming whatever obstacles are coming your way. You're going to have a lot of self-control, especially with this Goddess of Swords energy, right? This sharp tongue that we have, Taurus. We really need to really start to um be a little bit more balanced, affectionate, sympathetic, compassionate with the things that we are saying. Okay. That's really a big energy here for us. Um, especially, like I say, especially, I always say that, I don't sugarcoat anything. And I can literally speak, and this individual is already speaking to me. This individual that I spoke to was a Scorpio. And I know that what I said hurt this person's feelings, right? So apologize to you. What I said was true though, right? So, one thing about a Queen of Swords, she's witty and she's sharp tongued. She's going to speak the truth. She's very candid. And so while what I said was the truth, it did hurt his feelings. So keep that in mind, Taurus, the month of April, right? Within your communications, that's going to be a very big thing, right? You need to kind of try your best not to be so critical of people is going to be a big message this month, as well as ensuring that you yourself are being compassionate to yourself. Um, you're going to need to really embody kindness, embody wisdom, find a balance between your mind and your heart. Okay. Now, within the major arcana energy that you have, this Hierophant energy, especially being your overall, really is asking Taurus this month to not just commit to what your values are, but also kind of share the knowledge that you may have, or sit back and be one of these individuals learning the knowledge from someone. All right, this could be an energy of you doubling down on your religion and getting back into church. You could really be in a place where you feel like you need to commit to or recommit yourself to things from your childhood, or ideals or ways of belief that you have. For some of you guys, you really may be in a space with this Chariot card that you're moving on from religion, this wheel of fortune that's changing, that you've grown up in this religion your entire life, and now you're learning from different people about other things, and you're opening your mind and you're shedding, this energy of tradition is also a big thing. Now, I can't move on without acknowledging that the Hierophant is our energy, right? So there's definitely some type of energy of our own in this read, indicating that by the month of May, you really might be in a place where you're going to be seeing your life be in a complete and total 360-degree turn from where it is right now. Okay. It feels as if right now you're moving, you're the Chariot card is also a vehicle, by the way. So or like transportation. So it's almost as if spirit is transporting you to another direction completely, especially to fixed. It's transporting you to fixed energy, and this fixed energy that you're going to be having, it's a victory that really requires you to I'm going to reiterate, be disciplined and have willpower within how you nurture yourself and with how you speak to people. Okay. So stay focused, keep your composure, be mindful of how you speak. Um, just maintain your focus this month, Taurus. Is pretty much really what I feel like the message for you is. But let's go ahead and get some clarifiers though, because we didn't have a lot of tarot cards. So I tried to pull as much information as I could from those, but let's go ahead and move on to your clarifiers for the month, where your overall was the Black Fox. So look at that. We're ending on a 5 again. So more May energy. What I do feel like is that maybe you are being a little bit selfish this month, right? And that's okay. It's okay to be selfish sometimes, you know. Let's cite the Tower. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, as we clarify your reading, you have 2 5s and 2 10s, right? Because you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is going to be this scythe moment or something unexpected coming to an end, a quick surprise ending, you know, something that you definitely were not expecting to happen, coming through and changing the literal direction of where you're going and what you're doing. So your 2 10s is a challenge or justified expectation, and those 2 5s are going to be a vigil or a reversal. Okay. Now you have this whip energy, which is really a sense of abuse. This is really a sense of beating a dead horse. Okay. Going over the same thing, expecting a different result. Some of you guys, this is, you know, this could be alcohol, a drug, whatever it is. It seems as if something about it is going to be coming to a unexpected end where you just didn't see this coming, right? Now, the Tower is an indication of your internal thoughts and emotions. You sitting in this tower, reviewing and going over, reflecting on, again, these endings, reflecting on your emotions, reflecting on how you speak. Okay, reflecting on. And for some of you guys, this could just be you with the travel energy that you have in whatever building that you're traveling to, like a tall building, seeing out. With the Hierophant energy, Taurus, some of you guys are going to be dealing with institutions. Some of you guys may be dealing with some type of bank, some type of hospital. Okay, that could also be this whip energy that you're dealing with, and this sudden and unexpected change that you're going to have. That Yeah, there's something here that is a repetitive toxic behavior that could cause you hospitalization or could cause someone around you hospitalization. Now, with this Bear card, I feel like this could be a parent. So you really need to keep your eyes out for your parents. There's an energy here of a large, husky male, but then this is also big boss energy. This is Rick Ross, you know, in both senses of the word. So this is going to be someone who looks like Rick Ross. And this is also going to be someone who is a boss, who is an employer. Okay. So for some of you all, you may be dealing with the ending or a change in employers, employment, someone that's over you. You can see that somebody you've learned from all this time is now moving on to something else. And you're going to see that change in your life. But what I will say is you've got a lot of luck with whatever's happening here. It seems as if you're protected from this scythe and whip moment. You know, Taurus, like it's going to affect you, but it doesn't affect you directly, if that makes sense. Okay. This clover and this bear tells me that you're going to have um, a moment of blessings and prosperity. It could be a small glimmer. It's not going to be something overtly large, but definitely a glimmer of prosperity within this challenge energy that you may be going on. The obstacle, like I said, that's there that you're going to have to be determined to get through. The dog energy is further confirmation of loyalty and being protected from whatever this whip and sight moment is. Okay. It is knowing that, yeah, there's a loyal protected energy that you have, Taurus, the month of April, that is covering you from any type of sneaky behavior, from any type of underhanded behavior as well. It seems as if any and all underhanded behavior is going to be illuminated. Any and all secrets will come to the light. It's going to be something that you're not even surprised about. You're like, this is totally this person's character, or this is totally, not out the box for this particular energy, which is why you're protected from it. And so what makes you protected is the selfish stance that you take. You very much like, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. That ain't got to do with me. Okay. And by taking by taking that stance, Taurus, that's where you're going to see that prosperity come through for you, that control that you're going to have over the situation. I also really want you guys to keep an eye out for your parents this month. Okay. Your parents, especially if you have baby boomer parents who are workaholics and don't know how to sit their asses down, be aware and pay attention to them, and because there could be some type of injury that lands them in the hospital as well, and you wind up being a caretaker. This dog energy is someone that is um, cared for. A caretaker is kind of popping up through this. There's this energy of some type of financial prosperity as well through being this caretaker. Okay. But I want to emphasize how this month is going to be about you learning a lesson, learning from someone, or teaching something. There's a lesson involved in this month. And for some of you guys, it could literally be to remember when someone shows you who they are, believe them. What is your intuition telling you about this person? And it could be really, again, just focus on yourself. We're not worried about everybody else. We're worried about me and mine and my family. Okay. And really continue to work hard towards your birthday, towards May, because and if you really think about it, those two tens, you cut that in half, five is still there. So you have a lot of five energy within your realm, Taurus. So I really feel like as long as you continue to do what you're doing, focus on yourself throughout this month, you're really going to slowly start to see that wheel turn, and you're going to be able to really have clear hindsight being 2020 in the month of May. All right. So you have speak up, you have creativity, you have sacred lust, you have etheric chords, mask, and level up. Them old mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. Sierra, level up. So whatever lessons you learned in the past from particular people, particular situations, we have leveled up. We are Mario Brothers. We have gone to the next level. I passed that. I'm not going to repeat this test over again. All right. I really feel like this month, April, tap into your creative side, Taurus. Really focus your energies on the things that you are passionate about and what you love doing. Okay. For some of you all, when it comes to relationships, you could be meeting someone that is very loyal, and someone that you're very attracted to, and you have a passion about you, and he could be a employer boss energy kind of husky individual. um Etheric chords is talking about, really, especially with the machetes here, cutting of the cord. You had the scythe, There is a cutting of the cords that's going to be happening the month of April. For some of you all, it could be a family tie. Okay, you could be cutting familial ties this month regarding something. And now, Taurus, again, we the bull is associated, or the sign Taurus, we are throat chakra energy. I've never known a time in which I have had a blocked throat chakra, because I will spew and I will clear, I will cuss a motherfucker out quick. Okay, so part of your challenge the month of April is going to be to speak up in a manner that shows the growth, and that shows that you don't necessarily have to be so blunt and harsh with the words that you're saying in order to get your message across, right? Within your mask's energy, this is the fakeness of that fox energy, right? This is you putting on a mask and saying, I'm going to be cordial. I'm going to pretend for the moment, but let's be real. Once I take this mask off, I know exactly who you are. I know that you're a black fox. I know that you don't serve me for my greater good. There's also the energy of acknowledging those people who wear masks in your life as well, who aren't just those who aren't being genuine. Okay. Um, and that's how we're going to level up this month. So Taurus, speak up, speak your truth, but make sure that you're speaking in a manner that is emotionally intelligent, and not just brash and harsh. Okay. Now, let's go over to the energetic encounters. Yes, energetic encounters, where you had the tail rider. The tail rider. You have black hole. Now, mind you, I feel like y'all had black hole last month as well. No, I'm positive y'all had black hole as well. I say y'all, we had black hole as well last month. So something going on the month of April is going to feel like it has ripped your heart completely and totally out of your chest. And that is where that King of Cups comes in, with balancing of the emotions, right? Really making sure that, again, with this tail rider, whatever the situation or the entity is that is, weighing you down, you clear out that throat chakra energy in a positive direction, to balance out the imbalance. The black hole is asking you, Taurus, not to get sucked in, and don't, because regardless of what happens, you're going to be forever changed by whatever happens this month. But don't allow yourself to get sucked all the way in. All right. Island energy is going to be more of travel energy, possibly going to an island. You know what? I leave and go back to Puerto Rico at the end of April. So there's that chariot, there is that tower, there is that island, right? So for some of you guys, you may be traveling to an island. Also, there's a sense of loneliness that you may be feeling within this black hole and imbalance of your heart chakra, right? There's a need for you to be honest, possibly even with yourself, not necessarily another person, but release this energy that has been weighing you down and this imbalance that's going on right now, okay? Let's talk about your energetic exchanges, Taurus. You've got the work of the harvest. You've got the great horn to train a warrior, and the huntress. So the huntress energy, you see all the moon energy that you've been having in the cards, Taurus, is reflection energy, right? It's past energy, looking back over the past, reflecting on it. But what have you learned? So the huntress says that information is going to come into you. There's something that's going to be illuminated to you, but you need to hold on to it and wait until the right time to be able to use that information in your favor, right? You need to make sure that you are laying low, getting the rest that you need. So when it is time to strike, you're ready to strike. Not only that, you need to make sure that you're being, once again, disciplined, with everything that you're having to do of um, because the endurance is going to need to build your endurance. You're training to build your endurance. And once again, reflecting on the past, knowing that you're going through these challenges, these tribulations, all of these things to help the generation behind you. This is not just for you. You are going to be helping to teach you yourself, again, could be the Hierophant, advising, receiving information, and teaching. Okay. You have the great horn, which is an indicator of your intuition and your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides yelling at you from their realm about the rebirth and about, listening to your intuition and your gut for the decisions that you're making, right? For the rebirth that's coming. And then you have work of the harvest, right? So you're really going to manifest blessings from the work that you're putting in. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see it immediately. You're really still in that transitional phase. I really feel like, again, our birthday month is going to be key. May is going to be key to this transition. For a lot of us, that is the change of our personal year. So, especially seeing as how April is really the true new year, this is where you're really going to start to see the prosperity and see things grow and flourish from all of the things that you have worked towards and the training that you've been putting in over the past months. But it's going to be very important, Taurus, for you to listen to your intuition, listen to your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides regarding any and all toxic cycles, regarding any and all areas of your life, honestly speaking, where you don't even need to be in the middle of something. And I feel like that's going to be key for you the month of April. Like, there are things and chaos happening around you, and the important thing is for you not to get drawn into it. Okay. And lastly, I just realized I went out of order. I don't think it matters. I just realized I went out of order. Lastly, your vibrational cards, you have sleep on it, right? So we need to make sure that we are getting good rest. Don't make any decisions prior to really sleeping on it and knowing that it's the right thing to do. Do what you love. Remember that sacred lust, the creativity card? Tap into those energies the month of April so that you can see the prosperity from doing what you love, or you can see the success and the happiness that you have from doing what you love. Look at this. You're the boss. Remember that bear energy, right? So maybe some of you guys are going to be starting your own business and you're going to be dealing with, again, that Hierophant card, institutions, banks, people that are going to be helping you get these things started. But you need to realize that you're the boss in this situation and you need to make sure that your vision is seen clearly. You need to seek solitude this month, Taurus, to make sure that you are one with your higher self. Call on your runners, Taurus, those people that have your back, those people that are going to pick up where you can no longer put forth energy. You've got vibe check and name your higher self. Okay. So check your vibe this month. Definitely, if you are experiencing, um, turbulence due to outside energies, remember to check your vibe and again be like, you know what? My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm letting this go. You're the boss. Seek solitude and make sure you're unplugging and really tapping in to spirit and the things that spirit needs you to do in order to clear the path for what's coming towards you. Okay. So this is where we are going to end the messages for the month of April, Taurus. I pray that you guys stay blessed and highly favored and protected out here in these streets until next month. Thank you so much for listening until the end of this video. I'd really appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me over on the TikTok and the Insta. But most importantly, I would be super grateful if you would please, please, please share your high vibrational comments on how this message resonated with you.